What up, guys? CP the Tool Addict. Woo! We're back with you, and we've got a really great video today because we have some new bit sockets, and these are the Mayhew dual drive extra stubby hex bit set, made in the USA, and the dual drive Torx big set. And I just picked these up, and they were like right around between $60 and $70. I paid for them. Mayhew, not a sponsor, but also a great product that I want to promote, great American product. And what we're going to do today is we're going to take a look at these bits. We're going to talk about the features of them, benefits, and show you just a little bit about these little guys, because I think these are some of the best bits on the market. Obviously, you know I'm a big fan of the RBRT bits. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. If you guys haven't checked those out, this is the Stubby Torx bit, and I have the Allens and whatnot. I should have brought some more of them in, but I didn't. I just brought in some of my older ones. These are my old Matco bits. You can see they're getting kind of chewed up, but I've noticed I've had some issues, or some of the techs have had some issues too lately with clearances, and I wanted to talk about that and just kind of give you the best option to show you how great these things are for clearance and talk about them for the stubbiness. Now, I've got my little ratchet here. This is the Titan 1/4 inch little fella here with a T27. We're going to use a T27 because that's typically the smallest 1/4 inch bit you get. Now, these sets do go up to T55, and they start at a T10. Titanium coated. Mayhew does warranty these on their website. I have verified that 100%. These are Torx. Now, I want to give you guys a little bit of information just about Torx. A lot of companies, when you hear them say Star, that's because Star means that they didn't pay for the patent rights to Torx. There's about 3 different Torx styles out there, and these are actually true Torx. So when you buy something that says Star, you get a Star bit. Hence, that's where the problem arose that brought RBRTs into the mix, to be completely honest with you. Because we have so many different varieties, a lot of people get them confused and they mix them up on what are actually Torx and what are actually Star bits. Star bits are the off-brand Torx, to be honest with you. So when you see that Star bit, when you see somebody call them Star bits, you should also automatically put up a red flag. Now, the hex bits here, I just got the metric set, and the metric set runs from 2mm all the way up to 13mm. Once again, titanium coated. These are very, very nice sockets, and the hex bolster on both sets of these makes it nice, and I'll show you why in a little bit. But let's get out the old measuring tool here, and let's take a look and measure the differences between there's some stubby bits on the market besides the RBRTs. These are the Stubby Torx, and these are pretty much my go-to, and they are very short. And we're going to show you the differences in the sizes. Let's show you the Titan 1/4 inch, and I know some of you guys will have different kinds of ratchets, so I brought in a Snap-on, a Matco, and we're going to look at the different sizes and lengths and widths and stuff like that. So let's get the gauge on it here. And let's measure this out. This is a 3197-ish. We're going to call that a 319. That's the distance. That's for if you want to get into a really nice tight space with a small ratchet right there. Let's take that over and let's measure the Matco. I brought in both Matcos. This is an older Matco, just to make sure the tolerance or the variances are about the same. Let's bring in the older Matco here and show you that. A lot of you guys talk about the clearances on the Matco. So let's measure the Matco. You put that on the Matco and you're going to get a 2927. So we're getting better. Let's measure it on the newer Matco. Talk about the clearance on that. And let's get the measurement on that. Interesting. An older Matco has more clearance than a newer Matco. 3065. This is a Pretty new Matco ratchet that I bought. And this is an older Matco ratchet. And I was actually surprised to see this when I looked. But it looks as if the older Matcos have just a slight advantage over the newer ones. Let's set that aside, and now let's check out the snap-on. See where it falls in. And this is once again a T27, same bit we're using on every one of them. That one looks like it's going to come in right about the same size as the Titan. A little bit more, 3067. So that's the TK72 snap-on with a Titan 1/4 inch, or with the Mayhew. Now let's measure the Mac Stubby. Let's go back to the this. Let's see what the Mac comes in at on the Matco ratchet, which is, I know, ironic. Look at that, guys. The Mac RBRT Stubby coming in at a 2914. So the Mac Stubby bit, we've determined that this is the most stubbiest ratchet right now. We're not going to go through and measure them. So let's show you this Mac RBRT back with the Mayhew again. And let's check out the stubbiness. Let's talk about the clearance on this one. We just seen that one. So it's a little bit different on the Matco ratchet. Now, I've showed you guys before that the Koken is actually the thinnest ratchet out there. So let's take a look at the Koken and see if we can get a little more clearance out of it. And see what that does. Mac RBRT. So the Koken is not quite as thin as the Matco by a little bit. Let's put it on the Mayhew. Now, a lot of you will probably ask me, I don't believe you can get that same ratchet because I bought that ratchet. Here's the part number, but it's going to be a different, part number than what it was before. AFR5T7, I believe it is. ST5T, I don't know. You guys see it there. Let's look at the Matco. Let's look at the Koken and the Mayhew. Look at that, 2924. So that doesn't make much sense. I know, but the Mayhew is a little bit stubbier bit. Now you're thinking to yourself right now, well, obviously we can get a stubby bit with the Mac or the Mayhews, and the stubby Mac RBRTs are good bits. What about a regular bit driver wrench? Well, let's take a look at that and see. Yep, 2508. So obviously this is going to be our best clearance. Well, we don't want to rule out anything. So let's look at the Vera. Let's look at some German tools here. Let's check that one out and see what kind of stubby clearance we get with that. Pretty good, not bad. 274 and some change there. All right, so we know we're getting good clearance with the Koken and the Matco, but now the Stubby, that's pretty much out of the play. But here's the beautiful part about these Stubby Mayhew tools is right here. I've got a Mac precision torque wrench, and I can go ahead and stick this in here and give it another little clearance so that you can really narrow this down. Now let's just look how phenomenal. With that hex drive on it, we are really going to open the door up to some major clearance right there. 21. We're going to call it 2115. 21.15. Oh, I moved it. Sorry. Let's get it back up here. Might have popped in a little bit. There we go. 20.99. We took off almost 5 millimeters of clearance being able to use this as a wrench, this is one of your thinnest options on the market for clearance. I really, really like this design with this hex because it gives you options. You're not just using, you have two types of bits with this. You can use this on your ratchet. You can use it on your 1/4-inch nut driver, 1/4-inch extensions. Use it on your wrench. And the titanium coated should be fairly strong. We'll test them over time. We're going to see how strong these are. But these Mayhew bits, and I will put a link for the description down in the bottom of in the description. I'll put a link in the description down there. But I definitely think that we found out that, you know, obviously our two thinnest, clearest ratchets are going to be our Matco and our Koken. And then, you know, obviously our third option is going to be this gear wrench bit driver or something similar to it. But really, what really comes out and stands out the most to me is the fact that you can use these bits in a wrench. What really, really sets these apart from any other of your bit options out there. And this is 11 millimeter, and they are all 11 millimeter on here. They are all the same size. So from T10, let me just show you the T55, which you have to use judgment now, guys. I know some of you are going to be in the comment box. What the heck? How am I going to? But look at that stubbiness on the T55. He really had some tight spots. And you're going to have to use judgment. Obviously, we're not going to want to, but this makes it super strong too. This really gives it a lot of strength. This is a lot of stout material there that you're messing around with. Putting that in there, and heck, if you had to, you could really get in there and use a wrench and actually run your extension behind that with a ratchet and kind of help it along. But 13 millimeter, we go up to 13 millimeter on the hexes. Nice tight fit on this precision torque wrench too. But look at this. Just look at these the space you get on them. Let's go with. So these must be a little bit different on the bigger ones. These are a 13 mil on the bigger ones on the on those. So you go up to 11 mil. You're able to use the 11 mil up to the 10 mil, which is odd. I know. 10 mil. And then on your bigger sizes, let me get a wrench. So then on your bigger two sizes, I guess, on these hex bits, they are 13. Here's a 13 millimeter Tecton. But that fits right in there. Once again, you're getting great clearance with that too. Definitely. If you need to get into that type of situation. But that's what I got for you guys. Brand new Mayhew Stubby Torx bits. I wanted to kind of show you what I thought was really cool about them and look at them, kind of compare them against the Mac RBRT bits. Look at that situation and see what see what we got though. But anyways, guys, that's the video for you. I hope you enjoyed it. Remember, like, comment, share, subscribe, ring that bell. Remember, keep your hands dirty and your money clean. Thanks for watching.